Hello there, amazing moms. How are you? So, as a mother of two and owning and running my own business, I thought that it would be great to share some of the tips that I have for my morning routine. Now, I feel as though morning routines are probably the most important part of your day because it's the beginning of your day. And it wasn't until I really fixed up my morning routine that I started to see some more productivity. I was able to reduce stress and ensure that I had some me time before the chaos begins. So it is really your chance to set a positive tone for the day. So I thought today I would share some of those awesome things that make my morning routine so very special. So stay tuned. So really my first hot tip for a good morning routine would be to make sure that you are setting a consistent wake up time. I'm going to tell you, back in the day, I was not a morning person. I just would be somebody that would, stay up pretty late at night, maybe watch a Netflix series or something like that, and just, if I'm engulfed in something, then I could sit there and just watch the whole thing. But it doesn't work out too well for trying to wake up early in the morning when I know that the kids need to get up, and that time that I have before the girls wake up in the morning it's very precious to me. And so I really had to figure out a way to be able to wake up at that specific time. My alarm clock goes off at 5:09 every morning a.m. One thing that kind of helps me to make sure that I am getting out of bed at that time is to think about something that I really have to look forward to. And when I think in my mind about that time before anyone else in the house wakes up and it's just me time, I sit here in my office, I play music, some kind of Christian music is what I've been loving lately, and I just start on some of the tasks that I can get done. It's not always work tasks. I will get work tasks done if need be, but it's just that time for me to do a little bit of journaling. I have done a gratitude journal every morning for almost 2 years now, and I have a couple of other journals as well. I love this one. It is a Faith 365 journal, so if that's something that you're into, that's great. I have maybe 2 or 3 other little journals that I love to use to get started with my day. Sometimes I will listen to a meditation, something that is just going to set the tone for the day, and that is that time that I get to myself, because really there's no other time in the day when it's really just me focused. So that's something that helps me to get my ass out of bed right away. But another thing is, if you've ever heard of Mel Robbins, she is an author, and she has this book called, it's like the countdown method. And basically what you do is you count in your head down from 5, and you say, it's like a rocket ship going off. You count from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you just do it without thinking, whatever it is, whether it's waking up, whether it is starting a new adventure, jumping off a cliff, whatever it may be, you just count down and then you just do the damn thing. So those are some things that can really help to get you to get your ass out of bed, because a lot of times it's nice to just sit in your bed and just stay in your bed because it's warm and comfy and cozy. Mine definitely is, and we keep the air down really low. So setting up a consistent wake up time will really also help set your body to automatically do that. It's like Kramer on Seinfeld, who says that he has that automatic wake up time. I mean, it really is a thing. I can't even sleep in past 8 o'clock on the weekends. It's very difficult for me, but it is so much more productive if I can get up and get my day started before anyone else. It doesn't matter that it's dark outside. I kind of like the fact that I'm waking up before the sun, because it puts my mindset in a very productive state of mind, and knowing that I am just going to be super productive that day. So setting up a consistent wake time is super important, and that's what I would say your first step would be to setting up that good morning routine. I would consider the next step, it's just kind of like not rocket science here, but it's super important to just wake up and get some kind of hydration and refueling in. I wake up, typically drink cold water. Like, that's the first thing that I would put into my body. And I also do have my vitamins that I start with, but also I'll go in and usually drink some kind of clean energy drink. That is something that I like to start with because I am going to soon get into my workout routine. So hydrating and refueling really works for me. Now, I am a person that always eats breakfast, but I kind of like to get my workout in first. But obviously, I know that there's a lot of people out there that just don't like to eat breakfast, but getting something into your body is super important for fueling you up and getting you ready for the day. Even if you're snacking on something small while you're getting in some kind of meditation and just kind of, knocking two things out at the same time, hydrating and refueling is super important in my morning routine, and it has made a big difference. So the next step, as I said before, I'm putting some kind of energize into my body, and I would love to share that with you. I'll put it down in the comments below. But I cannot tell you what kind of a difference it has made by me getting in my workout in the morning. It has become a habit for me. I am a serial workout person. Now, as of late, it has been only maybe like 20 minutes in the day because that's really all the time that I've had, but it's actually plenty if you can get in some kind of movement. Now, if it works better for you, you could go outside and take a walk. If you have animals, you might need to walk your dogs, but getting in some kind of movement, you would be so surprised how much that is just going to raise your endorphins and actually give you more energy for the day. So my next tip, I guess, would be to get in some kind of movement. I have a load of different programs that I love to do, and I usually like to change them up because I don't want that plateau effect, but I feel if there are days when I don't get in some kind of workout or some kind of movement. Now, I track everything with my Apple Watch so that I kind of know at the end of the day, how good am I doing this week, but getting in some kind of movement is super important. I would say my next big advice, which I kind of mentioned it earlier, was to do some kind of mindfulness and gratitude work. So I have a number of different either podcasts that I follow or actually YouTube channels that have like a guided meditation, and that has done so much for my mindset to just get me in that right place from the start of the day. I naturally do not have, natural positivity. I don't really know a lot of people that actually do have natural positivity. It is really something that I have to work on, and I have been thinking about the way that my attitude really comes off on my kids. My kids are 3 and 5, so they are just little sponges right now, and they are just so paying attention to my attitude. And it's not just my kids, it's my colleagues, my clients that I work with. They can feed off of your energy, so you are overall just going to have more productive and beautiful ends of your day if you start the day off with just really, really good energy. So some kind of mindfulness or gratitude is super important to add into your morning routine. All right, so moving on to what I kind of do next. I really want to show you this because this is just something that has changed my life, and I would go back to where I said, I guess, that half step before the first step, which is the night before really planning your day. So I want to show you one of the best apps that I have started using that has really helped out with planning for my day. Okay, so I've talked about this on my stories before, but this is an app and it's called Google Keep. Google Keep is just available up here, in your little, I guess they call that like a waffle. And you can start in there, and it's completely free with Google, but it is a way for you to go in and keep track of like to-do list basically, and I have so many in here, as you can see, and I've been using it for a while. They've got some cute little like fonts here and stuff like that, so that you can kind of, you know, have them be differentiate. So I have this one right here, and this is just kind of a running list. And as you can see, I titled it, Get Done. That repetition of attention to positive thoughts and outcomes is what gives us strength. So it's just kind of something that I like to start off with, but it allows you to go in and kind of manipulate it. You could go in and make a copy. You can add check boxes, which I like, because, you know, even when I go in and get some stuff done and I hadn't had it on my list, I'll put it on the list so I can check it off, because everybody loves to check things off their list. So this has been something that has been a game changer for me. So when I'm kind of organizing for my day, just to make sure that I'm being productive and getting things done, I go into my Google Keep, and it's right on my desktop, but also it can be put on my phone as well, and it carries right over, and you can share it with people as well. So, you know, I even have some quotes in here. If I just come up with things, it's just like a way better version of notes, but it is an awesome way to really plan out your day and get things done that need to get done, so that you make sure that you are being super, super productive. The next step is planning my day. So really, after I've done all of these things, the last thing on my steps of a great morning routine is just to go and get myself ready for the day. So that includes a lot of me time, skincare, you know, of course, taking good care of your skin, washing your face. That really, you know, is waking you up. I have so many of those like spritzers that are cucumber and all that. And a lot of times, actually, right when I get out of bed, that is something that I add to my routine. I just spritz my face to just kind of help wake me up, something like cucumber or, you know, rose water or something like that. But going in and getting ready for the day, it is kind of controversial, I guess, because some people, you know, are hell-bent on doing it. I am not always, but I would love to be better about that, because if I don't have appointments, then I'm sitting here and I'm working from home. So I'm good with hanging out in my workout clothes, but I do believe that it's a good idea to get yourself ready for the day, because when you get yourself ready and you just, you know, put on some makeup, or at least just wash your face and, you know, do something with your hair. As you can see today, I haven't done too much with my hair. You are also, you know, also setting yourself up for how you are going to feel in your skin for the day. And I really do think that it helps with productivity if you're able to, you know, feel like you are ready to embrace the day, like feel like, you know, a badass mompreneur or whatever it may be. So getting yourself ready for the day, I mean, that's also like a me time. I don't know about you, but ever since I had babies, taking a shower, it just feels like a spa experience to me. So, you know, that's a nice like me time thing, is just taking a shower. I think it was because ever since after I had a baby, like how good that felt, the first shower post baby was like so special to me. So anyway, yeah, I feel like just getting yourself ready for the day is another very important thing to add to your day. You know, I have a lot of literature that I have read on ways to set up a really good morning routine. I read a book, and it's called The Morning Miracle by Hal Elrod. And I think I've read that a few times actually, but it's definitely worth reading, because he really explains to you how important it is to just be productive in your day. And I can tell when I don't get that morning routine in, because I just don't feel like I'm as productive, and you know, you're not starting your day off on the right foot. So it is just super important to have a good morning routine. So thanks for listening and staying until the end of the video. I would love to hear anything that you add on to your morning routine down in the comments, because, you know, sharing is caring. So thanks for listening, and definitely stay tuned for the next one. And I will see you at another time. Okay, peace out.